This is probably the scariest video on my channel. I'm not sure what the title of this video is, but I've been on TikTok a lot recently. I mean, like I'm always on there filming TikToks and everything, so definitely follow me. But I've been watching a lot of TikToks and I kind of came across this topic on there with doppelgangers. I was just listening to their stories with their encounters with their doppelganger, and that's what inspired this video. When you think of a doppelganger, you think of somebody who looks exactly like you. You know, you hear all about celebrity doppelgangers. Oh, this person looks like that person. Oh my God, they could be twins, they could be sisters. The resemblance between them is just uncanny. But you know that they're two separate individuals living two separate lives, and they know of each other. Maybe they've crossed paths before. They know that they look like one another, especially if they're celebrities, because everyone's like, oh my God, you look like so-and-so, you look like so-and-so. What is it? 6 to 8 people in the world are supposed to look just like you or very similar to you, which I think that is so crazy. So that kind of doppelganger is like the normal one. I think it's still really trippy and just, whoa, if you actually met the people who are supposed to look like you. But the doppelgangers that we're getting into aren't human. They're supernatural. They're from a different dimension. There's so many theories about these doppelgangers. Oh, I got so many chills. This is the scariest thing ever. But I saw a lot of people on TikTok in the comment section, especially for this one TikTok that I saw. If I can find this TikTok, I'm gonna insert it. I don't think I liked the video though. I gotta start liking more videos so then it can be saved in my likes on there. But this video just really tripped me out, and I was reading a lot of comments and I saw a lot of people explaining their experiences with doppelgangers, but it was their experience with somebody else's doppelganger. I got chills all over me. The pattern that I've noticed is usually the doppelganger you see is somebody else's doppelganger. It's never your own. I mean, it happens, but I think it's rare. I've never experienced it. I don't know anybody who has seen their own doppelganger, but I personally know a few people who have seen somebody else's doppelganger. And a lot of stories from people that I've read online, like on TikTok in the comments, they've also experienced somebody else's doppelganger. The doppelganger that they see of a certain individual, someone close to them, it could be like their best friend or a family member or something, their doppelganger is always staring at them, has a mean look to them, has this very negative vibe, this negative energy to them. Has a doppelganger ever said anything to anybody? It's always just they look at you. They never say anything. They can hear you, like you can tell that they're taking in what you're saying and they understand you, but they never say anything to you. They're just staring. Like, what is the point? That is the freakiest thing. It's the freakiest thing ever. Like, I don't know what I would do if I woke up in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m., and I saw my own doppelganger standing there facing me and just staring at me. Now, in the moment when these individuals have seen these doppelgangers, they're not aware in the moment that that is a doppelganger of their friend or their family member. They actually think it's them, so they're not freaked out or anything. I read this one story in the comments of a TikTok video about this girl's experience seeing her sister's doppelganger. She was in her bedroom and it was around noon, and her sister, that was the doppelganger, was standing at the doorway and looking at her, just kind of watching her with no emotion. Well, she had like a kind of a mean look, but it's like her sister, maybe she thought like she was having a bad day or something, I don't know. Then she just went away, and then later on she was asking her sister about it, and her sister, like her actual sister, and she was like, what the heck, I wasn't even home at noon, like what are you talking about, kind of thing. And you know, that's just, it's always that. I'm always coming across those kind of stories. And then I saw this other girl's comment. She said when she was little, she woke up in the middle of the night. Oh man, this so creepy. And her dad was standing in the middle of her room, just staring at her. And she was like, "Oh, hi, Dad," or something like that. He never answered. And then she was like, "Dad?" And then she said her dad, or the doppelganger, jumped on the bed and went through the wall. I mean, I don't know who this person is. I was just reading comments. I mean, I believe it. Everyone's stories are so similar. The doppelganger just stares at you. But you know that they hear you. But why are they staring? Why don't they talk to you? Now, something that I came across, which I thought was very interesting and I wanted to share in this video, was Abraham Lincoln saw his doppelganger. I didn't know about that. I knew that he had a dream, a premonition dream about his death. So this happened in 1860, and he supposedly saw his reflection that was doubled in the mirror with one face beside the other. And he saw this 3 times. And then his wife, Mary Todd, she was worried that the vision meant he would serve 2 terms, but would die before the end of the second. I didn't know about that. How do our doppelgangers choose when to approach us, when to come out? Like, are they watching us constantly and they think, okay, they're alone now, I'm gonna come out and do, like, you know what I mean? Another theory, superstition is if you see somebody else's doppelganger, so the most common way to see a doppelganger is seeing somebody else's, like I've been saying this whole video, it means that you are sick. Terribly sick. I don't believe that. Now, another creepy thing to think about is, what if your doppelganger is a ghostly double of yourself that lived before you did? I saw that it's known as deja vu in reverse. The TikTok video that I saw that I hope I can find so I can insert in this, it was a girl, and basically she said she was home and her parents were out shopping and she could see the car lights like coming into the driveway. So she was like, okay, they're home. And she went downstairs and she saw them, and then they were going back into the garage, and then she went upstairs and she never heard them come back in. So then she went back down to the garage and they weren't even there. So then she was texting her mom or calling her mom and saying like, where did you guys go? And then her mom said, like, what? We're still shopping. Like, we never came home. Anyway, so that was freaking her out. When her real parents, the physical version of them, came home, it was like deja vu. It happened exactly the way that she saw it with the other version, like the doppelgangers of her parents. The exact thing happened, the way they pulled up, coming through the garage, talking to her, going back into the garage. Just everything was exactly the same. So, you know what I mean? Reverse deja vu. It's so weird when you think about it. So I feel like she experienced that because these doppelgangers of her parents were actually talking to her and everything seemed normal. There was nothing off or anything, and she thought it was actually them, but it wasn't. Oh man, if you guys could just see the chills on my arms. And then I was reading the comments on that video, and many others have experienced that, the ghostly double. So it's almost like it's a premonition that you're experiencing. That's so creepy though, because if that ever happened to me, I would be like, wait a minute. Like if my parents, if I was that girl, if they were my parents, and then my actual real parents came home after, and they were repeating exactly what the other 2 were doing previously, I wouldn't even think that was them. I'd be like, okay, what happened? Like, what happened when you went back to the garage? Like, where did you go? Were you abducted by aliens? Did they replace you somehow? Like, literally, my mind would be going to all these conspiracies. I wouldn't believe it was them. Like, prove yourself to me that you are my parents kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? I think that is one of the creepiest theories, but it makes sense because, like, what else would it be? And this girl swears by it. Like, she said, my parents, like, I saw them, I was talking to them, but they weren't even home. They never came home. They were still shopping. That's so creepy. And like I said, it was happening to a lot of others in the comments too, just saying, yeah, I saw my sister, I was talking to her, and then she wasn't even there. I turned around, then that version was gone. Then like she wasn't even in the house with me. She was out with her friends the whole time. And then when she came home, we had the exact same conversation like what I saw previously. That's what they said. So you're just having you're experiencing a premonition, but in the physical world, but with the person that you're seeing is not a physical, like they're some creature from some other universe. Like, it's just so weird. So then they think, like, you know, with the whole glitch in the Matrix and everything, I could just go on and on. I don't know how people handle that kind of situation. Like, that would just mess with me. It really would. But maybe with the whole glitch in the Matrix, it makes sense. Maybe when that happens to certain individuals, that is a moment for us to witness another dimension that is literally being replicated, what we're doing. And we just, I don't know, some window opens, the glitch in the Matrix, and you're able to see another dimension and what's happening, and it's just replicating what's happening in our world. Like, oh my god, it's gonna give me a headache. It's just so crazy to me. And then of course there's a theory that our doppelgangers are from hell, basically, and it's a demon. I mean, the fact that their demeanor is so negative and everything, it just kind of, like, what the heck is it? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to talk to my doppelganger, and it freaks me out that they would just take over my life and just pretend to be me. Like, I've said that so many times on my channel. I should come out with merch that says that. Literally, it's all I say. But it just freaks me out that that could happen. They could just take over my channel, take over my life, and everyone around me has no idea that that's not even me. And since they look identical to me, since they are me, but just like this crazy demonic version of me, like, nobody would know because they're so good at acting like me and so good at mimicking me, but the whole time I'm not even here. Like, that's heartbreaking to hear, and nobody would know. It reminds me of Pretty Little Liars, like in the books with Allison and Courtney, or in the show with Spencer and Alex Drake, and how Alex Drake tries to be Spencer and just like takes over her life and her friends don't even know. Or my doppelganger might not kill me, but keep me locked up somewhere and then take over my life and like feed me or something in like a glass box or something, and then I feel like I'm in you. Might as well be Joe and Love, who, I mean, honestly, I would feel safer with Love and Joe taking care of me for the rest of my life. Well, I don't know, because they would probably kill me, but I would feel much safer, a lot more safe than with my own doppelganger. Really, like, that's how much it freaks me out. But I love this topic at the same time. But as you can see, I'm always looking around and stuff when I talk about it. It just gets to me and I have chills and everything. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope it scared you low-key. I mean, you know, not in a bad way, like in a fun way. I'm all about the fun scares on my channel, of course, you know. It's fun to be scared, but at the same time, this topic just really gets to me. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you rock my world, and the song lyrics Michael Jackson. Hashtag team Britty44, hashtag runs. Hi. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Or die.